As the world mourns the loss of England's longest reigning monarch, part of Queen Elizabeth II's legacy has a city in Wisconsin sewn right into it. Our Catherine Merck has more on the historic mark that's left in Fort Atkinson.
It's right here at the Hoard Historical Museum in Fort Atkinson where the Queen's legacy is being remembered. It proves it spreads far beyond the country where she ruled and in the smallest ways possible.
It's definitely the end of an era for not only England, but also for the world.
Who would have thought that a little city in the middle of Wisconsin would have the memory of the Queen of England stitched in its past?
Well, it's definitely a claim to fame. You know, there aren't too many things that we have in Fort Atkinson that we can say went to royalty.
To understand the connection, we have to go back to 1947.
Fort Atkinson was the home of the Better Socks knitting mill. They made socks and hosiery for people around the turn of the 20th century. When Princess Elizabeth announced that she was going to get married, a nice woman from Nina wrote her a note saying, is there anything that she could use to help with her wedding preparations? And Princess Elizabeth wrote back and said she could use stockings because at that point England was still under wartime restrictions from World War II and stockings weren't readily available.
So the Queen's wedding socks were made right here? Well, we can't be too sure.
So we know that Better Sock stockings were sent to Princess, later Queen Elizabeth, prior to her wedding, and that she did have them in her possession. As to where she's wearing them, you know, in this picture on her wedding day, if she has Better Sock stockings on, I don't know, but it's a good chance.
Perhaps its only purpose could be to show that a royal monarch has the same needs as everybody else.
That she was such a normal person that what she asked for on her wedding day was socks.
Whether she wore the socks on one of her most important days of her life or just appreciated the gesture, this shows part of the Queen's life had this state threaded inside of it.
It's a wonderful part of her legacy, very near and dear to both Fort Atkinson and obviously Queen Elizabeth.
Reporting in Fort Atkinson, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.